Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Chair, please stop sliding on your own. That would be so handy. Like, it's great having a chair that can actually roll around, but man, it gets annoying at times. We have all our stuff to collect. We're getting up there in science. We still have quite a ways to go because we won level 15 for the trait. That's literally what we're going for, is the trait. It's all we're caring about this for. Because, like, I don't think either of these will be very useful to us. This is for a science build. I actually don't even know what this does. Hmm. That isn't telling me a whole lot. I'm assuming it adds some hull armor penetration. Well, based on this, it adds hull penetration, which is the skill. That's something to always keep in mind. Hull penetration is the skill. Armor penetration is the result of the skill. 10 hull penetration is 1 armor penetration. We have all of our reputation stuff to claim and restart. We do also have something to claim in the cash store as well. Because there was a nice handy little thing being given away by Alienware. Probably still is. I don't have a link for it on hand, but it's Alienware gaming thing. For a free package, assuming you can get there before it's claimed by all the people who can claim it, because they only have so many keys. Damn it. So close. Well, tier 3. Looks like we'll need some of those marks. Why couldn't you be tier... Well, you'd be going to tier 4, but still. Great if that could go up. We need a lot of marks still. We've not been putting the most hours into this character. Just where, like, don't feel bad if you're in this position where it's like, ah, man, I got a lot of reputations I'm not working on. Yeah, that's kind of normal until you've played enough to actually build up a shit ton of marks. Once you've built up that shit ton of marks, you'll probably never be not running every single reputation every single day from that point on. You just gotta get there. Let's get all of these open. Nothing particularly worth using. Really wish this would have been a beam array. Yeah, we need to do a lot of stuff on the ground. So, and before I forget, let's actually come in here and claim this, the Tholian Incursion Pack. This is what's being given away. It's being given away. You just have to sign up to Alienware, give them all your personal information, and then, you know, you're trading your information for this. Which, honestly, the only thing that matters is the Elite Services Pack. Honestly, this character probably wouldn't even be getting this if my main didn't already have it. Because this can only be claimed once per account. But this itself, I mean, it's probably easier to use than our Batleth is. Which, before I forget, upgrade it, make it Mark 12. Its stats didn't change. A lot of the time things will. Let's hop in here. Is this account bound? It's not bound at all. Okay. So if we were using the exchange, this could be sold. We have this physical damage. We don't need physical damage. We need disruptor damage, and we have this handy little Mark 9 compression pistol here. So we'll be grabbing this out of our bank, because we may as well work on this while we work on getting some ground gear. Let's see. Yeah. We'll open this, which gives us inventory slots, bank slots, bridge officer slots. We got space. You need space? We got space. Like, including in the bank, we got space now. Like, this was the bottom before. We just gained 3 all extra rows of bank. That's pretty nice. And we gained 2 bridge officer slots. Not the biggest deal, but hey, we have them. So, it's good, I guess. Gives us room for, that's a Pax. If that was a Bellum, I'd consider hanging on to it, but it's a Pax. And so, like, we may end up in a science ship. Now we're still waiting on our 8,000, our 8,000 more dilithium. That'll be tomorrow. Is there any? Probably not, but yeah, this project is still sitting down here. The only thing we can really contribute right now to our fleet is fleet marks, which require getting more fleet marks, but we want to grab ground gear. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know where to get it. So we're just going to look through some stuff. I have heard, I think it's this one. Yeah, this one gives apparently a good kit. And honestly, looking at these this armor and shield, this doesn't seem bad either. Doesn't seem good. Well, I mean, I say that. This armor doesn't look bad. The shield is just kind of boring, but it does reduce damage by 20%, so boring is not bad. Basically, it'll depend on how much of an ass this mission is, because I don't remember this one. I know it is the return of Sela. So, you know. Yeah, let's see. Is this a mission we should have done a lot sooner? Probably. Honestly, we should have done a lot of the missions we've done a lot sooner. To be the most optimal, you want to get your equipment that you want in the long run as low of a mark as possible. So realistically, like, if we could have acquired everything as a Mark II, that is what we should have been doing. We can't get things that low, but we probably could have got them within the 4 to 6 range, because every time a piece of equipment upgrades, it rolls that chance to increase rarity again. The more upgrades you give it, while you're just plainly upgrading the piece of equipment, basically gives you more chances to get an upgrade out of fewer tokens. Get 'em, Peregrines! Honestly, because we have no carrier skills. They're basically just torpedoes flying around, because we don't have any carrier traits. But having 12 extra photon torpedoes is pretty nice. Oh, there it is.
Thanks for the assistance. I was checking out some strange readings and discovered this errant freighter. I hailed them and they opened fire. It's a good thing you picked up my distress signal. You don't know yet. Based on these ships' identification codes, these aren't Tal Shiar vessels, just elements of the old Romulan Star Navy. They're no friends of the intelligence agencies, but also not allies of the Republic. Last true sons of the Empire, that sort of thing. Not to impose, but my shuttle's taken a beating. Do you mind if I bring it aboard?
I just fixed your shuttle, lady. Sure. Yeah, still have a cough. I hadn't coughed yet today.
This is Lieutenant Gaius Salong. This vessel has been disabled. Your interference is disruptive, but survivable. This unit is executing its priority directives. All other directives have been suspended. This unit was defending this vessel against outside attack. Defense of associates is required by priority override.
Hmm. Well, here we go. Time to start ground. Oh boy. I love the ground. It my favorite. There's a reason I avoid ground gear. It's because I don't want to acknowledge ground combat exists. And, like, I know the argument has been thrown at me that, like, oh, it's like ground combat in other MMOs. But it isn't. Other MMOs, one, outside of one other MMO I can easily think of, you have buttons to press. Like, your skills aren't actively fighting against you fighting things. And I get, at absolute min-maxed ground, you've got completely full kit performance, and you're doing literally nothing but pressing kit buttons. You probably don't even care your weapon fires or not. But, like, as a free-to-play / Iron Man, we don't have those kit modules. Or even, because the event isn't going on, we don't have the Ryzen kit, which is what everyone's using. And honestly, even with that, I've found that building for weapons is basically just as good. I mean, it's not actually as good, but it's good enough. Which honestly kind of makes me...
That doesn't help much. They must be trying to gain access to the gateway data.
Like, it makes me wish that I had, instead of going with basically, you know, kit pref fully, I would have went with this instead of probably this. Just for that little bit of extra... Well, I say a little bit. It's 4 points of ground armor pen. Where this is 8% faster recharge on abilities that I'm not even using. Hey, Sela, how's it going? Okay, you're not in here yet. These ones are recent. These remans must have been part of Obasek's force.
There's a door to the left.
Yeah, there's also a door to the right. And clearly... Oh, why can't I think of the name of the game right now? I was about to make a reference to another game, and I cannot think of the name of the game. Oh, God. SWAT 4. Clearly. Clearly, she's never played SWAT 4. Anyone who has played SWAT 4 knows basically what I'm referring to. You look a corner, you clear right, you clear left. You take everything very slow and methodical. The store. Oh, hey, what do you know? The gate's working. It's almost like we didn't destroy it as well as we thought we did. Maybe we should have destroyed the whole facility. There's a box here. It could have had a better rally cry. Honestly, though, our rally cry is good enough. The stat that matters on rally cry is the crit chance and crit severity, and those are unchanging from what I've seen. So, you know. Now, I feel like I already made myself pretty clear, but I want to make absolute sure that I'm not misunderstood here. Building for kit preference and kit recharge and all that is it is better. It's, building for weapons is something you can do, but it's not the optimal thing to do. Once again, it kind of falls into the same camp as, say, using a carrier. Hey, I killed all your dudes.
I surrender. Well, no. I do still have crucial information about your poor friend Lieutenant Ceylon and how to fix his addled Borg brain, about the gateways and how to use them, about the Iconians. Now tell me, aren't those things more important than the fleeting pleasure you'll get from shooting me? But you are interested in what I can tell you. This gateway is damaged beyond repair, but I learned a thing or two when I was a guest of the Iconians. I know how to operate their gateways, and I've memorized several sets of coordinates. I know about places you haven't seen yet. In fact, the only reason I was here was to... Not exactly. Do you really think there are only 2 Dyson spheres? There are more, and I know the location of the one the Iconians are still using. Wouldn't you like to see that?
I have a priority directive for you. Sela has escaped from custody. I'm alerting all ships to watch for her and for her operatives. Your communications officer tells me you're not aboard your ship. What?
No, please. Go ahead. I can wait.
Sela was last seen in the Devron sector. Be aware that she was apparently aided by Lieutenant Gaius Salan, the Lisette's intelligence officer. She should be considered extremely dangerous, and it is likely that she is rallying former supporters to her cause. I think that if you bring Sela back to custody, she'll likely just escape again. And we won't be any closer than we are now to knowing what she has planned, or what she knows about the Iconians. keep an eye on her. See where she goes, and try to learn...
Well, well, well. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, isn't that the saying? I'll make you a deal. You want Gaius back, and you want to learn what I know? I'm willing to give you both. But first, we'll need to discuss the deal aboard my ship. Don't worry.
Nah,
I'm
my
sure
ship.
It makes no difference to me. If you don't like my terms, I'll simply order Gaius to self-destruct the ship. He's very compliant, once you know which buttons to press. Besides, what are you going to do? Put me in the brig? I've escaped too many prisons. You know you can't hold me for long.
See, this is a plot hole. Romulans, mostly thanks to the Tal Shiar, have the technology to not only prevent transporter lock completely, but also block communications through shields. Now, albeit we're not on a Romulan ship right now, but we are still a Romulan captain, and I get adding this many options for the different races would be impossible. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible, but it would be so expensive that it wouldn't work. But we should be able to bring her back to our ship and prevent her from communicating with the freighter at all, while making her feel like she's still communicating with it. And also prevent her from being beamed out. Like...
I suppose we don't have much choice. Whenever you're ready, we can beam up to...
But this is definitely written as if we are playing Federation. Because that's just how it works. It's rude to point.
I know you're not inclined to believe me, but I am telling the truth. I do have coordinates to a sphere the Iconians are still using. The Iconians have many servants. Some, like the Alachi, you have already seen. This is our one chance to find out what the Iconians are doing and when they're going to attack. And they won't wait for our ships to be in position or give us time to muster a defense. One day very soon, the Iconians will simply appear at our homeworld. With the coordinates I've memorized, I can gain access to an Iconian staging sphere. Tapping into the Iconian data networks is risky, but the potential benefits are significant. It will be difficult.
What'd you do to the guy?
All that Borg hardware in his head made it easy to give him some guidance. I've had quite a bit of time to learn about Borg technology. All you need to know is which switches to flip. It's been very helpful having someone on the inside. I would have never escaped without you. You helped to pioneer some of those techniques, remember? Shooting your own crew, implanting test subjects with Borg technology, killing that adorable little Eppo. Once you know how to get into someone's head, you're there forever. My engineers report that they're having trouble keeping engine power stable. It appears you did quite a bit of damage to my ship. Unrelated systems keep failing in no discernible pattern. Perhaps you can take some of your people down to the engine room and have a look? Keep in mind that the sooner we get underway, the sooner this is all over. This freighter was armed by loyal Romulan Imperial officers and citizens who realized that a lone freighter would be easy prey for any space pirate.
Doesn't mean you had to attack us.
The Romulan Navy offered protection to this ship with some of the few warbirds remaining in their fleet, some of which you destroyed. These people follow me because they believe many Romulans died for the hope of a new future. I won't let their sacrifices be in vain. Whatever the fate of the Romulan people, I am determined to ensure that our legacy is never extinguished from this galaxy.
Nah, you're not. What's up, my man?
Unit is in diagnostic mode. This unit is responding to its neural overrides. Please, help me.
You know, at this point, once again, Especially because this has, you know, been made very clear that, ooh, that's an effect. Um, it's you know, it's made very clear this is actually written Romulan side. Um, there is bound to be some Tal Shiar members who became disillusioned with the Tal Shiar, let's say, and would be more than willing to extract the information from Sela. All we'd have to do is give them the order. Of course, Datan would never order it, but it wouldn't be Datan ordering it. It would be us. Oh boy, technobabble. I don't freaking know. Okay. Oh boy.
What are you doing to my ship down there? Don't make things worse.
Okay, what am I doing? I should have read that. But I didn't. So I definitely need to be on the other side of this. I should actually go back to that message and actually read it. That would probably be a good idea. Oh, I can already tell this mission is going to be kind of a pain in the ass until I understand this section very well. Okay, it's up on that catwalk, I think? Maybe? Okay, so, like... Okay, that's not how that's done. Getting very confused by this mission. I don't understand what they want from me. Like... Cryptic. Cute mechanic. Explain it properly, please. Where do I need to be? Like... Rather than a rotating circle, how about just a circle? Okay, I'm staying outside of this. So this is the only important part. Got it. They could have just put that instead of the rotating circle. This is going to be a pain in the ass of a mission to repeat. This is kind of my issue with Ground, though, is, like, this is what made me dislike Ground, is missions like this. Where, like, you're basically repeating the same long, tedious task many times, because, oh, that's what they do on the show. Yeah, but the show has things to make that kind of interesting. Like, you know, the TV show has this funny thing called tension. Video games have this funny thing called frustration. Like, there's no tension here. It's just annoying. Saboteur's nearby on the other side. Good. I did not mean to crouch into your crotch, my man.
I recognize you. You have to help me. I'm a Republic intelligence operative on Team Cover. I infiltrated this crew of Romulan naval officers because they were still loyal to Sela. We can recapture her if we can keep this ship disabled. Republic intelligence has agents seeded through many of the groups in the Old Guard, and even a few infiltrating the Tal Shiar. It was happenstance that I was embedded in the group that helped Sela. Sela's using you. She'll never tell you anything of substance. If she was the Iconian's prisoner, she couldn't have seen anything important.
I think he was just more than stunned. Okay, he's back up. I guess he's not very stunned. Like, it's very much a thing, as someone who has spent way too many years, for how little I've actually got to show for it, studying game design, things like that should be avoided. It's why, like, even in a game like, using, say, like, a Bethesda game like Skyrim as an example, or Fallout. Fallout's a good one, where, like, you'll encounter a hard lock, and you'll lockpick it open, to be met by an easy lock. What? Like, I get it makes sense that the thing with the easy lock would be locked, but you just demonstrated that you have lockpicking skill required to be in that room, and there's no other way into the room. Why is there another locked box? Like, you unlock a box to unlock a box. That isn't fun, that's just annoying.
I understand you've captured a saboteur. I won't tolerate a threat to the safety of this mission and my crew. I am very well. However, this still doesn't solve our problem. We need to find a working Iconian gate.
Thought you knew coordinates, lady.
The Nopata system? Interesting. My ship has been modified to mask its energy signature, so we should be able to get there without detection. The Tal Shiar may be a problem, though. The Tal Shiar serves the Iconians now. Certain elements of the Imperial Navy are still loyal, but the Tal Shiar would be more inclined to shoot me than listen to me.
Shouldn't we, like, I don't know, leave quite a contingent of security there? Surely we've got a bunch of Klingons we could leave there.
Those are Tal Shiar ships. The Star Navy doesn't have the interest or the means to police far-flung systems like this one. The Tal Shiar and I don't exactly see eye to eye these days, so feel...
Enemy vessel. This system is under Tal Shiar control.
Go, my torpedoes. Rude, blowing up my torpedoes.
We are under attack and requesting assistance.
Responding to your request for assistance.
You shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have. I could do that too. And there goes the one interesting part of this section. So many of these missions would be better if they would split them up. Like, if that last section had been the whole mission, that'd be great. Like, have that section reward, like, the armor and weapon, this section reward the kit, and, yeah. Like, the kit and shield. Wait, no, there is no weapon. The armor and some other reward. No, there is a weapon. So, yeah. You know, split them up so you have to play both to get all the rewards, but make them shorter. A lot of space-based missions can be done in no time. Fluidic assault? Something. Fluidic something. That's where I got my anti-proton cannons from. Aside from the unskippable cutscenes, that mission is maybe 5 minutes.
Hakeem's
Like...
private research facility. Soon all this will be lost to the sand. What a monument.
Actually, I need to... It's gonna bug me I don't remember what that mission was called. Fluid dynamics. This mission takes no time at all. It's entirely space. Like... And is mostly just flying around and having Tuvok tell you things. But, you know.
The Tal Shiar commonly use a diverter to intercept standard access codes on
Someone else has been through here recently. Tal Shiar!
Come on, keep firing. Oh, Veryl's dead. As if that's much of a shock.
Why am I not surprised the mess hall is the one place here that isn't a total wreck?
Okay. I was about to say it's gonna derp out a bit. I don't overly care. Guys, could you not die over there? Like, how hard is that? To just not die for like 5 minutes. Apparently very. Now, can you stop?
At
Stop
least they're
dying.
Smart enough to take the weapons out of the armory.
I have stopped caring about the story of this mission. Because I don't remember it, but I know I've played it, so...
Heave Sanctum.
It's here somewhere
I'm
in my
guessing
head.
That side door isn't just for show.
There must be a way through this blank wall. Maybe there's a release trigger in the office.
Or, you know, we could just destroy it. It's probably not that thick. We have guns.
Allow me. Always.
Yes, I can. Cool. So I'm gonna be replaying this mission anyway. It might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but like...
Let's get this gateway working again.
You're getting a little...
Ow.
You should be more careful about the loyalty of your subordinates. Stop her! Don't let her escape!
I'm assuming changeling. Oh no, bug.
Kill it!
You have a gun and you're literally on the side to do it. But, you know. I already gave the order. Do it.
There we go. I'll just put in those coordinates.
And she's gone. So, yeah, I'm assuming there was supposed to be something showing. It's not the first time missions aren't displaying properly. Won't be the last. I hope the loading times get a bit faster the second, third, and... Well, yeah, the second and third runs through, because I don't think I'll bother with the weapon. Like, sure, it'd be kind of nice to have a Mark 12, but I think I have Mark 12 weapons already that are purple. Pretty sure I have a Mark 12 compression pistol. And this is like a repeating pistol or whatever. Compression's almost undoubtedly better. So, compression is single target, but most things that matter are single target. And Sela's already gone. Oh no, she's up here.
Good.
Yo, what
There's
up?
a gateway on this side. We won't be stuck here. Now, let's see what secrets we can wrest from this facility. Automated defenses? What a waste of time.
I mean, realistically, these swarmers should be able to just annihilate us with a single pulse. Given, you know, these are what the obelisk carrier launches.
I won't let you take me!
We need to catch her before she can cause any more trouble.
Who's back there? Okay, it's a turret.
She's locked the door. Try to unlock it with one of these consoles.
Helps you press buttons on the one that's glowing, Sela.
Interesting. According to this data, we're in the Andromeda Galaxy. You should download some of these files to your tricorder. This sphere seems to be much older than the others. There's communication traffic from Iconian ships inside the sphere. I've never seen these kinds of vessels before. Ah, here we go. Almost there. Got it. The door is open.
You know, I actually don't need to be using... Wait, no, I don't have the other one with me. It's in my bank. I was about to say, I don't need to be using this pistol anymore. But it's my Mark 12 is in the bank.
Taurus must have overloaded the collimators in that plasma. She's turned this room from a plasma allocation conduit into a...
Okay, so that's the other side of this. So why don't I just go around? Like... Makes the most sense, but whatever.
There's nowhere left to run, Taurus. Do you really think the Iconians will help you now?
No, you don't understand. I didn't seek them out because I wanted to rule. I needed them to save us, to turn back time, to undo Hobus, and bring back Romulus.
Then you're more of a fool than I thought. You poor deluded creature. The Iconians aren't interested in saving anything. How absurd to think that she could have ever accomplished anything significant. She lost her throne and spent years in mindless devotion to gods who could not hear or answer her prayers. Iconian minds aren't like ours. They're entangled with chronoton states. I'll spare you the boring details. Take a look at the sky. Did you feel that? The sphere just jumped. The Iconian invasion is beginning.
And as we have seen, all of this is literally Seela's fault. All of it.
It's a herald, the personal guards and servants for the Iconians. Fighting is not our best option. Head for the gate.
Ow.
Run!
Honestly, it's pretty hurt. Oh, they gave it a very beefed up health bar. We can probably still kill it.
The herald will be back.
Okay, we can't actually kill it. Pew pew. Get distracted. Especially if all I have to do is get through the gate.
The gateway is destabilizing. I'll take care of this. Jump through now!
I mean, a lot of this mission is going to be a pain in the ass, but... I'm going to start with the kit. Though, from what I've heard, getting the kit in a way that you want it can be a real pain in the ass, so maybe I should start with other things first.
As you can see, matters have become somewhat
Alright.
urgent. We have no information about
Yeah,
Sarah's
there is
whereabouts,
this, but...
I have no doubt that she is still making alliances and raising armies. But even that threat is less pressing than the arrival of this new
But yeah, this will give me a decent boost to literally all of my resists.
Is far larger and older than any of the other spheres we've encountered. I fear
Shield-wise, I mean, currently we're good, but...
this is just the beginning.
this one will be better.
Greetings.
So let's start with the armor. I mean, almost anything would be an upgrade over our kit, but...
Command ordered me to contact you with an urgent mission.
Oh man, this
We
one.
detected an anomaly in the Azure
This used to be kind of a cool mission back when you could get a level 40 ship out of it, but now you can only get a level 20, and it's just kind of bleh. It's ignorable. But yeah, that is quite a bit better. I'm definitely not replaying this to get everybody that. Yeah, they're good with the armor they've got. It's not a big gift difference. Well, yeah, I may as well give this to Varel. I thought someone was still using Mark 11, aside from me. Which kind of goes to show just how quickly they all die. That I was surviving where they weren't.
This is Lieutenant Command.
Now we do this again. Wait, can I not transwarp to it? There we go. I don't want to fly. Transwarp's free. And fast. We've been at this for almost an hour so far. Albeit about 10-15 minutes of that was doing up our reputation stuff. On resetting up our R&D projects. Man, ground missions are so long. Probably close to 3-4 minutes of the amount of time we've been doing this has just been loading times. I really wish the game would load a little faster. 13600K and 6700 XT, and this is the best it can do.
Serious weapons. I don't think they're hauling cargo.
This is the Romulan Imperial Star Navy. You are in a restricted area. Leave immediately.
These aren't Tal Shiar ships. They're Imperial loyalists.
Man, this would have been done already if I had just beam overloaded in the first place. Why do people swear by fire at will? I don't get it.
Thanks for the I don't know yet. Based on these ships.
Yeah. Tinglies. Like, I get in a big group of enemies, beam fire at will spread your damage around and will probably give you a bigger parser number. That's what it's doing. It's making your parse look better. But in reality, I just don't feel it deals more damage. Like, 2 targets is kind of the ideal because you're splitting your damage evenly between them, but like... If we had just overloaded, we probably could have took them both out in one overload. Where it took us the entire duration of fire at will and the reload of, you know, the recharge of overload to finish them off. Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
That doesn't help much. They must be trying to gain access to the gateway data.
Let's see if I can get through this before we reach almost the 2-hour mark.
There's a door to the left.
Almost ran past it. This way. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna do this before I disconnect. Okay, I didn't disconnect. Servers ain't having a good time because I didn't drop any frames, so that was not my internet at all.
Quick, through the side door and down to the gate.
I feel like I'm going too fast for the mission. Come on, guys, come through the door. Help. Guys. Come on, someone pick me up. Now, could y'all stop using your heals on yourself when you've only taken, like, a fraction of your health and damage? You've got 4 heals between the 2 of you. I really wish the AI wouldn't use skills the moment they're able to. It would be really nice. That would take a decent amount of programming to teach the AI when to use skills. But it would be so worth it. I think part of this mission taking longer was we were listening to the story at first before I got just bored of it.
I know you're. This is our one chance to find a poor guy. My engineers report that they're having.
This unit.
Though it is kind of nice that we did see the little parasite because, well, this will be science, so go on, Hyven. Engineer, go on, Varel. Tactical, go on, Tovin. And then, boom.
What are you doing to my ship down there? Don't make things worse.
Come on, I'm close enough. I question how it isn't going off because of this guy. Like, how? I mean, if he can stand next to it, why can't I stand next to it? I forget where the other one is.
I shouldn't need to remind you that we're on a timetable, so I won't.
Right, it's up here. Do. It's also a thing of it should be noted in the TV show, even if there was multiple bombs, they would disarm one and then beam the others into space. You know? It'd be done right there.
I recognize you. You have Republic Sealand.
Yeah, man. Keep sprinting.
I understand you very... The Nopata system?
I think it's the Nobunga system, really. Doop-a-doo. I should actually look at what the set bonus from this armor is. Because if it does boost plasma damage, then, well, if I pull another Romulan plasma weapon from the reputation, you know. Loading times. So many loading times. Go, my torpedoes. Okay, so while aiming and crouching, more damage resistance and 30% crit severity. That's a decent two-piece. And instant recovery of shields when dropped. Oh, yeah.
We are under attack and requesting assistance.
Responding to your request for assistance.
Man, the low inertia on this ship. Like, it's great. The Carfe does not have good inertia by any stretch of the imagination. This loading screen's probably going to take longer than that space section. I need to stop complaining about ground combat. I mean, part of my problem with it is just it used to be so much more well balanced before they were like, so how about we do kit mod the kits instead of, you know, these kits instead of the old kits. Come on, Sela, get over here, open the door.
Someone else has been through here recently. Tal'Shiar!
Oops, wrong button.
I not surprised the mess hall is the one place here that isn't a total wreck?
The fact that I died on this run but didn't die on the first one, where I was wearing worse armor.
At least they were smart enough to take the weapons out of the armory. Hakiv Sanctum. I'm guessing that side door isn't just for show.
There must be a way through this blank wall. Maybe there's a release trigger in the office.
I was gonna say something and I've completely blanked on what I was gonna say.
Allow me.
Yeah, I've completely blanked on what I was gonna say. Right, I wish they would implement something from the console version into this one. And that's just having skills activate at certain thresholds and apply that to your AI companions. So, like, you could have things like a tactical officer that just, you know, that activates, say, rally cry upon losing some shields or something. You could have your med officer, you know, your science officers only activate their heals when there is someone at a certain threshold of
There we go.
um
Put in those coordinates.
HP. So, like, they only activate at 50% health. That way they're not just wasting their heals the moment they can use it and actually heal health. They, you know, they're using it semi-intelligently because you're literally telling them this is the threshold to use it at. You know, you could have engineering officers set to just deploy all of their deployables the moment they can. Set, you know, set your own personal skills to activate at certain thresholds, which is more important for, like, activating hypo. But, like, if hypos could activate automatically, I wouldn't mind them as much, but the fact that they don't, it's just annoying.
Good. There's a gateway on this side. We won't be stuck here. Now, let's see what secrets we can wrest from this facility. Automated defenses? What a waste of time.
Yeah, they are.
Get that force field down!
I won't let you take me!
We need to catch her before she can cause any more trouble. She's locked the door. Try to unlock it with one of these consoles.
Now we wait.
Interesting. According to this data, we're in the Andromeda Galaxy. You should download some of these files to your tricorder. This sphere seems to be much older than the others. There's communication traffic from Iconian ships inside the sphere. I've never seen these kinds of vessels before. Ah, here we go. Almost there. Got it. The door is open.
The beam was like, ah, nah, oops, sorry, gotta go around the thing.
There's no way how absurd to think that Do you really think the Iconians will... Did you feel that? The sphere just jumped. The Iconian invasion is...
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
The gateway is destabilizing. I'll take care of this. Jump through now.
Bit late on that one, Gabe.
It's a herald. The personal guards and servants are there.
Alright, this only took us about like I'll be a bit mean and say 14 minutes. 14, 15. Which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, to get a piece of gear is quick. Given, you know, the alternative is reputation gear, which, you know, takes grinding the reputation, but at least doing that tends to be fun. Efficiency versus fun. Fun tends to win with me.
As you can see, matters have become somewhat urgent. We have no
I'm gonna grab the
information
kit.
on Sealer's Greetings.
Hey, that gives us a thing. Crit X, HP. Can this? It cannot be. Yeah, that's the annoyance. This can roll. Can. The skills you want of kit performance and, you know. But as it stands, this is definitely better than the kit we're using, kind of. I mean, I would argue the crit chance and severity is better, plus plasma damage. Eh. Let's put this on over our grenade. It's not like we're using the grenade anyway, and we may end up using this from time to time. Maybe. I need coffee before I do that mission again. But I will do it again for the thing, because, I mean, the 3-piece doesn't seem bad. This is going to incentivize me to get a plasma weapon. Which, honestly, I should already have been doing because of the personal trait in here for plasma damage. I mean, 10% plasma damage. Oops. It matters less than pistol training, and then matching with the pistol, because the pistol training is bonus damage, and this is just plus damage. As I've explained before, basically what this means is that this is 10% of your base weapon damage. This is 10% of your 5% of your modified damage, and this is any damage. But, you know, 10% damage is 10% damage. It's just this is probably only going to equate to like 3-5 points of damage. May as well open this while I'm here as well. I mean, this is worth hanging on to because if I upgrade it and it rolls another kit performance or something, you know, I'll lose the 3-piece, but it'll probably be worth it. So, protected status on. Because this is a blue photon grenade, I may as well protect it as well. The other things can go. I will get to them. As mentioned, I need coffee before I do that again, but I am going to queue up the mission for a third time. This one.
This is Lieutenant Commander Kyla Van Zyl.
Transwarp to the location, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's do this mission one more time. And then I'll feel decently confident in my ability to do things. I might look around and see if there's any, like, mission reward universal consoles that... I don't think there are. I mean, there might be some consoles I can get that will be helpful, but... I want to get to the point where we're doing advanced, because normal queues just do not give great rewards. And while yes, I can queue for advanced and basically win advanced, I want to feel like I'm helping. That's the thing here.
Federation shuttle Terrascope. This freighter's packing some serious weapons. I don't think they're hauling cargo.
This is the Romulan Imperial Star Navy. You are in a restricted area. Please, immediately.
These aren't functional ships. They're Imperial loyalists.
Mission just does not like proving my point. We probably could have gotten through this had the game activated all of the skills I clicked on. Also, if I had launched my Paragons sooner. At the very least, we're not doing a long, drawn-out ground mission to get space equipment. Looks at the solenoid Dyson sphere mission to get the solenoid set, where you spend basically the entire mission on the ground, and then you're not even flying your own ship. I mean, I've done this twice already, so... Last go round. And then I never touch this mission again. Because my other characters I don't really care with. They're good enough. Right, I need to poke the console.
That doesn't help much. They must be trying to gain access to the gateway data.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Scanning the bodies unlocks the door, because that makes sense.
There's a door to the left.
As much as I get at her for her "there's a door on the left" comment, I'm also very aware that that is an important comment to make. Mostly because of the psychology of just how people work. If you're right-handed, your very first instinct will be to go through to go down the hallway to the right. Because you're right-handed. Your brain wants to go right. So then pointing out, hey, the open door's on the left, you know. It's basically the game going, hey, guys, we didn't do, you know, left is always right. Come on now.
Quick, through the side door and down to the gate.
Tribble Spa. You know, I may as well look into tribble breeding. See if there's anything productive I can do with tribbles. Like, if this character had been made sooner, I'd just be using a rainbow tribble. But this character was not made during the summer event. Literally, if I had even caught a single day of the summer event, I would have had enough of the tokens to get a rainbow tribble. Which is why it kind of shocks me that more people don't have rainbow tribbles these days. I remember when that tribble first came out, everyone was using it. And now it's just like, nah, who needs it? it's literally upwards of 12.5% crit chance. Guys!
I surrender. Well, besides,
Like, the rainbow tribble is nice. Honestly, from looking at the tribbles, I
this is
don't,
our chance to find out what poor you, this
I don't remember seeing any of them that I would consider even remotely as good as even the base benefit of the rainbow tribble. Because even with just one person using it, it's 2.5% for the team. Like, or at least that's what it seems like, because it shows the little rainbow tribble icon on literally everybody. I don't remember exactly where it is. It's up there, right?
What are you doing to my ship down there? Don't make things worse.
Can I do the thing? Thank you, game. Like, admittedly, I wasn't using the thing because I didn't know about it. But that's because I tend to avoid... Well, I say I didn't know about it. I knew it existed. I didn't know it came from the summer event. Because I tend to not be playing when the summer event starts. And, if I don't catch it in time... Well, I've clearly never caught it in time to actually get the reward. So I just tend to not bother with it, because it requires going out of my way and going to Ryza. Like... Honestly, past my my very first playing of this game, way back when it first went free to play,
I shouldn't need to remind you that we're on a timetable, so I won't.
this is probably the longest period of time I've spent just playing this game. Which I feel like a lot of that is because it is scratching my itch to just play an old MMO, even though even this is not quite what I'm looking for. It's closer than the alternatives. Not without basically going to some janky old private server that I'm not sure how much I trust, Mostly because people just don't make MMOs anymore.
I recognize it.
But, I mean, that's mostly because there's just not that many people playing MMOs anymore. Like, when World of Warcraft was at its peak in, 2006, 2008, that was the golden era of MMOs. Now we're at a point where combined 14 and World of Warcraft have the player count World of Warcraft used to have.
I understand you very
I'm basically looking for,
system.
an old, basically 2008 MMO. Which Final Fantasy XIV is close to, but 14 also requires you to pay a subscription every month. World of Warcraft is probably still World of Warcraft, but I still dislike World of Warcraft. So, those are my problems. This is probably about as close as I'm gonna get in an MMO that's populated. Riders of Icarus is pretty good, it's just not populated. Which does also mean that it has the most potential for me to market trade and actually do rather good at it because, well, there's not many people. So if I craft and sell things on the market, that would be a pretty cool way of making some money. Because, well, no one is doing crafting at the moment, but everyone still wants crafted stuff because that's how you get the taming things that everyone will, everyone still needs.
We are under attack and requesting assistance.
Responding to your
But, like, I grew up on those MMOs that basically only lasted maybe a year in the West. You know, during World of Warcraft's big boom. Alternatively, I suppose I could go back to playing RuneScape. But, like, I was playing RuneScape when I had the itch of, you know, I want to play. There's still a decently well-trusted community server for Pirate King Online. That one could be kind of neat.
Hakiv's
Lord of the Rings Online should have a lot more free content these days. I could actually try getting into that. Come on, Sela, hurry up. Sela. But I'm still enjoying myself with Star Trek, so I see no real reason to
recently.
stretch my attention too thin.
Tal'Shar!
Mostly because I know how I am. And if I start poking too many different MMOs, I'm gonna lose interest in this one because I'll be having fun with the others. And as mentioned, I tend to choose fun over all else, so... Now if I'm having more fun with something else, I'll stop playing this one, and I'm doing this one for a series now, so... It would start feeling like this one is work instead of fun. Oh, Hyven, where did you die? Oh, you died way back in the other room. I would say good thing it doesn't matter, but it kind of matters. He needs revived. I'll have to go back and revive
At
him.
least they were smart enough to take the weapons out of the armory.
Okay, Hyven, where you dead? Yeah, just in case of food. No. None of them dropped food. It was only a mess hall. Oh, there's actual... oh, I was supposed to say, there is an actual item here. And I mean, technically it is, but...
Hakiv's sanctum.
Actually, no, it wouldn't have mattered here.
This door isn't just for show.
There must be a way through this blank wall.
I could have left
Maybe
him
there's
dead
a
on the
police
floor.
trigger in the office.
Because, I mean, there's still lady there I have to fight, but...
Allow me. Let's get this gateway working again.
You're getting a...
You should be more careful about the loyalty of your subordinates. Stop her! Don't let her escape! There we go. I'll just put in those...
So honestly, from having streamed this a lot, really early morning for me is probably the best time for streaming this game. Like between 5 and 8 my time seems to just be the most popular time for streaming it. I also really need to grab a new cup. I tend to use cups a long time. I don't like cleaning cups. Of which I know germaphobes in the audience are going, ugh, my germs, they're already in me. It makes no difference. Plus, it's kind of coffee. It's heavily acidic.
Good. There's a gateway on this side. We won't be stuck here. Now, let's see what secrets we can wrest from this facility. Automated defenses? What a waste of time.
I mean, to be fair, general wisdom, at least I've been told for streaming, is that what I want to aim for is when either before the Pacific Coast goes to work or when they get home from work. But I'm 4 hours ahead of them, so it's like just a little after they've gone to work basically now. Like, at 6 a.m. my time, it's like 2 a.m. on the other coast. Because I'm on Atlantic time. I'm at the time that's basically the ocean. Because Nova Scotia's funny like that.
You should download some of these files to your tricorder. This sphere seems
Streaming in the other time, the other time slot of when they're getting home from work, I've yet to try. But that's partially because it tends to be so late in the day. Because once again, I'm 4 hours ahead. So that would mean I'd be starting at like 9 my time. And there's also a lot more competition at that time because that's where most people aim, is for the afternoon stream. You know, the after work stream. Darn it, game. Being very inconvenient right now. I mean, considering I'm usually in bed by, like, midnight, starting at 9 means I'm fully limited to 3-hour stream max, and I'm going to be tired. Meanwhile, you know, starting earlier, when it's not as optimal, I'll be more awake. Like, for the longest time, well, I was still a night owl. Which, honestly, I would still be if my girlfriend was awake later in the day. But she's awake right now. So, yeah.
The gateway is destabilizing. I'll take care of this.
Can I just...
Jump through now.
Could I have just been... I could have been. I probably could have gotten out of there before.
Head for the gate.
Yeah, well, I was still a night owl. I'd start streaming at like 1 a.m. my time. But that was mostly so I could get around other people I live with. They'd be in bed. So I didn't have to worry about them possibly interrupting the stream. Now, I may replay this mission again in the future. To get a better kit. But for now, I'm content. For now, I got a nice snazzy shield. Got a full set bonus. That basically means when my shield depletes, it's going to be refilled. So, you know. There's that. See, I kind of want to, as much as I like doing this for fun, and I'll still continue doing this for fun no matter what, I wouldn't mind this being a job. Like, I wouldn't mind making some money off of this. And I have, like, mostly thanks to my girlfriend and one of my longtime viewers throwing toonies at me for a while. I actually had my first payout a couple months ago, which was rather nice. So, like, I'm getting there. Mostly through them throwing toonies at me. But... because that's effectively... anytime someone subscribes, I make about $2. $2 in Canada is a toonie. It's why I multi-stream. So this is also on YouTube. Is so that I'm basically casting a wider net. You know, both chats are visible on screen. It's just most people don't watch on YouTube. YouTube's algorithms are weird, man. I've stopped trying to understand them. Maybe my old tactic that worked doesn't work anymore, which was just don't tag things. You get more viewers. They may have changed that. Now you might need tags. Though I don't know where to even tag a stream, so I don't know there. YouTube is weird, and they keep changing things on me. I'm an old man, YouTube. Just stop changing things. Yeah, I could definitely use replacements for these. I mean, the survivability from them is nice, but like an all resist would work. Once I can build up my ranking in the fleet here, so that I can actually, yeah, I haven't even been promoted yet. Once I can get to the point where I can buy things from the fleet store, there is the fleet all resist that I can buy as a Mark 10. And I do still have a bunch of fleet marks I can donate here. Kind of wish I could just promote myself, but, you know. That'd still leave me, like, one slot. What are the rewards from you? But Universal? What does it do? Tetrion damage. Doesn't matter to me. I think all of this is basically ground crap.
Starfleet has taken. There has been an incident in the Sol.
Yeah, this is basically all ground crap. I do still need to go do my endeavors as well.
Of Alliance intelligence agents in the mere universe. Solon True, the Terran Emperor has mobilized. The reports from Earth are grim. Emperor Crusher and the other are closing in on the Sol system. They will no doubt strike a death blow to the very heart of the Federation unless a means to defeat them can be found. We will not stand idly by.
Okay.
While the Federation falls.
The treacherous Ja'ula has requested to speak before the High. It appears the hunt for Ja'ula may come to an end soon.
Oh, there is a mission that gives disruptor beams.
Operating out of 4 key sectors, including Kitaba.
This mission was not listed on any of the mission reward websites. It's probably too new, and most of them are probably just not updated. But I've got disruptor beams now, so...
In order to restore her faith in the Empire, the time has come at last. With the aid of Tenavik and the monks of Boreth, we are ready to take the next step on this strange journey. We are ready to restore the soul. Come to the monastery.
That's neat.
As soon as you can. Lady Ja'ula, General Martok, and I will be waiting for you there.
This seems like something that would actually be helpful for a science build.
The time has come. Join us in the boat. Jimpok is trapped on Kronos, guarded by the few.
And this is the storyline with basically all of the patrols in it.
I am the leader of a Vulcan research team studying the unique Our information about events at Pavo is...
Hey, there's a Sif generator.
But
This is Captain Kumarke of the LSS Riskava. My research group
Salachi
is
Bridge
under attack
Officer.
from Doria systems.
It's not all that helpful to me, though. Those don't give rewards. These do.
Trailer system went offline recently. Last thing they picked up before that happened
Hmm.
I'm heading to Trailus now. Looks like the Excalbians are ready to resume the trials. As you know, our participation is required, whether we like it or not. Under the circumstances, keeping them waiting isn't wise.
This is basically a... It's basically a universal version of the Chains of Grethor, but bad. Or I say bad. Not as good. It's...
Jolon True, I've contacted you to discuss it. The data acquired from the Prior's World tactical simulation. House Mokai, a name thought lost to the past.
Why? Why this far in?
Disruption and chaos along.
Right, this is probably... This is probably the starter missions for the Discovery characters. I've not played mine. I have one. I've not played it. This is all just Polaron crap. But I may as well look. There might be a universal in here that I could use. I could just go on the wiki. That would be so much easier. But the wiki also doesn't have all the information on it.
I need your help with a very sensitive mission. A former Kai of Paka.
The Dominion has asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force into the out. Odo's found something intriguing.
I mean, there is definitely useful rewards in here.
Founders want no one to know about, even one of their own.
I mean, this mission for one. The Lex throwing knives. They are a really good weapon.
I'm working on an important covert mission, and I could use your assistance. I can't go.
I just don't feel like playing another ground mission right now if I can help it. At least not a pure ground, which is what that is. And this is just, yeah.
This is our darkest hour. If Empersa falls, the Dominion will come to an end. I'm asking you to join in the defense efforts as soon as you can. A task force will assemble at my fleet's location in the Gamma Quadrant and warp to Empersa from there. Remember...
Like, I get Lex knives are good, and it's a good thing to pick up.
Has turned herself in to authorities at Deep Space Nine. She's the Zenkethi officer who delivered vital military intelligence to the Alliance intelligence operatives believe a Zenkethi attack on...
That's the Bajor stuff.
The Antari and Lukari governments have begun work on a
That's the
joint
preeminent stuff.
in the Drenur system. The Republic has been
I mean, I don't care for ground. That's the problem.
I'd like you to join the effort and...
But that's the issue here.
Alliance intelligence operatives...
Right, that's this one.
Starfleet recently received a distress signal from the USS Forrestal, a ship they thought was lost in the Nexus back in 2332. They sent a cruiser out to investigate.
Oh, right, this stuff.
Starfleet would like our assistance in the matter. The cruiser's last position was in the Rotanev system. Meet with the USS Challenger there to investigate the situation. Her captain has some experience with the Nexus.
This would require giving up prolonged engagement. But the two-piece from this set is 5% faster cycle time on your weapons. And this torpedo kind of sucks. But... which is, you know, you take this phaser and... you take this and the engineering console, and then you now you can come in with the ProStar set, choose either warp or shields, and you can equip that Omni Beam as well because it counts as crafted. So you can have the 3% crit chance alongside the 5% faster cycle time. Doing a real good job of making it so people can use things other than phaser cryptic. Doing a real good job of that. I don't think that's worth giving up prolonged engagement. That's not helpful.
While searching for signs of weaponized proton. One of our long-distance research probes made a most...
I was thinking of going for the Kentari's ground stuff, but, like...
of the Gonkra Nebula. That's not the most exciting.
It's just not as good.
The presence of sentient life
It's literally fortified combat armor. Those resists are awful. It doesn't boost your damage any.
We're going to investigate
Like...
likes and backup. The probe went offline rather suddenly after detecting...
Sure, it can give you more HP, but, like... just not taking the HP damage in the first place is probably better. This is a good missile, though. The 180-degree arc plus the really fast recharge time. With, this trait, it can be pretty nice with, basically anything that gets bonuses from your opponents taking DOTs. Because you're basically always going to be DOTing the target.
We've received some discomforting reports from the Lucari. They have discovered some unusual activity in an unexplored region of the Alpha Quadrant.
That I know there's basically nothing to. Let's see. Is there really nothing?
Noi and his allies have engaged Alliance forces at Procyon 5 in the 26th century.
Right, there's this.
Allowed us to summon our ships to the battle, but they may not arrive in time. The combined power of the enemy fleet may be more than we can handle.
This isn't a bad console to have, I suppose.
We must face the enemy and we must win, or all of history will be lost.
And I mean, the temporal operative specialization is here. We can't make use of it, but it's here. So I'll keep this one in mind as I poke these other ones. Ugh, my man. You need some exfoliator.
The data from the future that you've provided has made it clear. We need to form a stronger alliance.
We've been contacted by the Federation from the 29th century. Their Temporal Integrity Commission.
Yeah, it's Polaron based.
Factions who might want to change history. Considering our recent experience.
Well, what I mean is I don't have any temporal seats. So, like, it would only be useful for ground. And, like, most ground combat. Well, all ground combat. Outside of, like, the Dyson zone. And, like, basically the ground battle zones. You don't take your bridge officers with you. So, like, at least of the important stuff. Like, there's no queue where you take your bridge officers with you. So, like, the temporal specialization doesn't matter to us unless, like, the Christmas event gives a temporal ship. You know? Then it'll matter.
We've been contacted by the Federation from the 29th century. The Tax Utat has fallen into the hands of the Tholians. Our intelligence indicates increased The Iconian War is finally over, and we can concentrate once more on securing the future.
It's Phaser.
We've recently learned that an unexplored star system near Ferenginar has suddenly been...
Pretty sure there's not going to be anything in yesterday's war that's worth anything. Hey, this stuff, which is kind of... I mean, it has the crit chance, but otherwise it's just kind of bad.
Until we reconcile her displacement, the timeline is in jeopardy. We have discovered that the sphere builders have been conducting operations in other universes. They aren't just looking to make change.
Yeah, the temporal for yourself matters. Like, this can matter if you're using it. And it only really matters if you're science. But if your ship doesn't have a temporal station, you can't use the temporal operative skills, which are what you want. So that's what I mean by it really doesn't matter. Not to us right now. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of messages. Hold up. Oh boy, some drama's starting. Cool. Love when drama starts.
In the 27th century. It's happening. We've detected significant temporal activity in the Glorndon core system.
Is there anything? Jeez. Well, there's this. Getting this would be a good idea. Because that is crit chance and severity. And that would mean I could move one of these science consoles into the engineering. I should probably. I should probably go. So I can deal with stuff. I kind of planned on streaming a bit longer, but... So I basically know what I'll be going for now. Of, the console from here. It didn't update. The armor mod. So, the all resist, and I'll be grabbing the other thing as well. I'll do that off stream, because like I said, I should probably go. So, thank y'all for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow, as I am a little more effective at doing things. See y'all then.